The forest air turned to ice in my lungs as the werewolves closed in, their snarls vibrating through my bones. Moonlight glinted off bared fangs, their glowing eyes circling like hellish fireflies. I was dead, until the shadows moved. Kale. Alpha. He emerged like a storm-given form, 6.5 feet of pure, predatory power. Moonlight traced the hard lines of his body, the tribal tattoos along his arms writhing like living shadows. When those molten gold eyes locked onto mine, my knees nearly buckled. Not from fear. From something far more dangerous. Leave. A single word, growled low in his chest, sent the pack slinking into the trees. Relief lasted half a heartbeat before his hand, rough, warm, enormous, closed around my wrist. I yanked backward. Let me go. His grip tightened, pulling me flush against him. My breath hitched as his scent enveloped me, pine needles and something darker, wilder. Run, little human, he murmured, lips grazing my ear. Give me the pleasure of chasing you. The challenge in his voice sent heat pooling low in my belly. I should have screamed. I shivered. The pack called me guest, a polite fiction for what I truly was, prey in a gilded cage. Kale's domain was a fortress of rough-hewn timber and wolf pelts, the air thick with musk and dominance. He installed me in a lavish prison, plush furs, a window overlooking the moonlit forest, and a door that locked from the outside. For protection, he purred from the threshold, his massive frame filling the doorway. I backed into the wall, the cold stone biting through my thin shirt. From who? You? His chuckle was a dark caress. Moonlight caught the unnatural sharpness of his canines as he stepped closer. The pack tolerates humans, he murmured, dragging a knuckle down my arm. I shuddered, betrayed by my own body. But you? His nose brushed my throat, inhaling deeply. You smell like mine now. The claim hung between us, more binding than chains. I spat at his feet. He only smiled wider, wiping his cheek with deliberate slowness. Good. I like my treasures with teeth. Moonlight spilled through the curtains as she slept, her chest rising softly beneath the furs. Kale watched from the doorway, his golden eyes tracking the faint whimper that escaped her lips. Then, movement. A shadow detached itself from her parted lips, swirling into the form of a spectral boy with hollow eyes. The spirit reached for her throat, its fingers like smoke. Kale moved faster. In one stride, he was at the bedside. His calloused hand clamped over the spirit's mouth, his other cradling her cheek. Shoo, he murmured, not to the ghost, but to her. Then he sealed his lips over hers in a kiss that was more magic than passion. Her breath hitched. The spirit writhed, its form unraveling as Kale's alpha energy pulsed between their connected mouths. She sighed into the kiss, her fingers twitching against the sheets, while the last of the shadow dissolved into nothing. When he finally pulled away, her lips were flushed, her breathing even. Kale brushed his thumb over her bottom lip, now gleaming with his claim. Sleep, little human, he growled. No nightmares dare touch you now. It began with subtle tyrannies, his fur cloak draped over my shoulders when autumn winds bit too deep, the weight of it still warm from his body. The way his growl rumbled through the great hall whenever a pack member eyed me too long, their gazes snapping away like scolded pups. Then the dreams came. Visions of calloused hands mapping my skin, of sharp teeth scraping my pulse. I'd wake gasping, thighs pressed together, the hollow between my legs throbbing with shame. He knew. Moonlight painted the doorway silver when he appeared one night, bare-chested and smelling of the hunt. You whimper so prettily in your sleep, he mused, stepping inside. The door clicked shut behind him. Tell me, little human, his knuckle traced my collarbone, igniting fire in its wake. Do you dream of my teeth? I bit my lip bloody to stay silent. His chuckle was dark as he leaned down, his breath hot on my ear. No matter. Fingers tangled in my hair, tilting my head back. I'll hear you scream my name soon enough. And when his mouth crashed onto mine, I learned the truth. some surrenders don't come with words. The full moon painted the snow crimson as the rival alpha lunged. Kale met him mid-air, a collision of fangs and fury. I watched, frozen, as claws tore through flesh, as hot blood steamed in the cold night. When Kale rose from the carnage, his muzzle dripping, his howl curled my toes. Then he shifted back. Naked. Bloodied. Coming for me. Run, he growled, stalking up the porch steps. His thumb smeared a streak of blood across my bottom lip. Or stay and learn what happens to pretty little humans who tempt wolves. I should have fled. But his teeth in my shoulder didn't hurt, they unmade me. Pain spiraled into white-hot pleasure, my back arching against him as the bond snapped into place. His growl vibrated through my bones as he licked the wound. Mine, he rasped. And God help me, I wanted to be. The pack kneels now when I pass, not just for him, but for me. Their bowed heads gleam in the firelight, submission thick in the air. Kale's hand rests heavy on the small of my back, his touch both claim and coronation. Our den smells of sex and cedar, the furs still tangled from last night's conquest. He doesn't gentle his hands when he pulls me beneath him now, not when my nails score his back just as fiercely, not when my teeth mark his shoulder in turn. You taste like victory, he growled yesterday, licking into my mouth after I silenced a challenger with nothing but my glare. The northern wolves whisper about us. About the human who walks like an alpha, who bears her throat not in surrender, but invitation. Who moans her mate's name loud enough to shake the pines. Tonight, as Kale pins me against the ritual stone before the whole pack, his teeth at my mating mark, I don't see a captive in the reflecting pool below. I see a woman crowned in moonlight and scars, her alpha's blood smeared across her lips like war paint. His queen. His equal. His. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe.